Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is Zero, and we are here today with top 10 rare and mythic cards from Foundations. Starting off with number 10. This one was a little difficult for me to pick, but I came to Herald of the Eternal Dawn. Flying Flash, you cannot lose the game, and your opponent can't win the game. It's a 4 and 3 planes, and if you can get this card to stick and keep it safe, it's absolutely insane. Because it doesn't matter if you go negative life, if you get an alternate win con put against you, if it's poison counters, it really doesn't matter at all. You cannot lose the game while this card is out. So, at number 10, Herald of the Eternal Dawn. Moving on to number 9, this one is a personal favorite of mine, actually, and a recent favorite. Authority of the Consuls. So, with all those massive life gain decks that are out there right now, and the creatures that shoot up really fast, for instance, one of my other favorites being Rajani Pridemate, every time you gain life, you get a +1/+1 on these creatures. So having this happen whenever your opponent plays a creature, and tapping that creature, makes these creatures like Rajani Pridemate, Authority Consuls, so much better, and it's constant card advantage as long as it's on the field. And you can play multiple too, so you're getting multiple life. Moving on to number 8, with this one here, just to give you an idea, I had a tough choice, so I actually put 2 in. We decided to go with Time Stop because it wasn't until recent that I started actually being able to resolve this card, and it's just goddamn hilarious, and I love it, and it's an oldie but a goldie. Also, the other half, is the Homunculus Horde. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a copy of this card. So pretty much every time you get 2, and then 4, and then 8. It's just ridiculous with Blue's card draw. Easy monster engine. Number 7. So with number 7, I went with Phyrexian Arena. Drawing back to the white life gain engines that are going on a lot right now with Foundations out, Phyrexian Arena, eventually with white mixed in with it, is a free draw a card, because there's Hinterland Rabbits, or Hinterland Hares, there's Consul of the Authorities, all these ridiculous life gain decks that are out there. You mix in a little black, you get Destruction, you get card draw, pure card advantage. This thing is insane, and 9 times out of 10, the lose 1 life is negligible at best. Number 6. With this one, we have the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. So, with this, there are a few infinite loops you can do. The most prevalent is the Enduring Tenacity that you see here. Bloodthirsty Conqueror reads, whenever an opponent loses life, you gain life. Enduring Tenacity, whenever you gain life, your opponent loses life. Literally, by dealing 1 damage with both of these creatures on the board, you start an infinite loop that your opponent cannot get out of. It's a guaranteed win. Pretty brutal. Number 5. So with this one, I went with the Twinflame Tyrant. This card allows it so that any source of damage that you deal is then doubled. That's burn damage, that's monster damage, doesn't matter. Whatever kind of damage you deal is doubled. So your shock becomes 4 damage, your lightning bolt becomes 6 damage. Whatever damage you deal is getting doubled. And getting up to 5 mana really isn't that hard with red. So this thing is kick my ass into the ground more times than I can think of now, and yeah. So, Twinflame Tyrant. Number 4. With this one, we have the Mossborn Hydra, because I have seen a great increase of this creature whomping me in Arena, because it's got a little partner here in Bristlebill the Spinesaur. Both landfalls, he drops tokens onto creatures. This guy doubles its tokens, or its +1/+1s every time a land comes in play, so these things just get out of hand really fast if you don't have an answer to it. So, you gotta more go for the Mossborn Hydra, but you also have doubling season too that these decks are running to make it even more terrifying. So green is really strong in Foundations. Number 3! So with number 3, I went with Banner of Kinship. This is a game ender. This is your board ender. This is, you drop this. If you are running Tribal, you drop this, you're winning. To give you an idea, I actually have a deck with Banner of Kinship that runs a frisky little bunny, Heir Apparent. Every time Heir Apparent is played on the field, create a 1/1 white rabbit token for every other Heir Apparent on the field. You can have any number of copies of this card in your deck. So you get 10, 15 Heir Apparents on the field and their tokens. You drop Banner of Kinship, they're all getting +15/+15. Permanently. Every rabbit you play is getting +15/+15 from that point on. Banner of Kinship is absolutely insane of a game ender. number 2. So with this one, we're going with my personal favorite of the season, really, Omniscience. This bad boy lets you drop everything and anything you want on the field. But, like, holy God, look at that cost. Well, we don't play for its cost. We cheat it out. How do we do that? Pretty easy. Kona, Rescue, Bestie. Okay? And literally, when you have Omniscience field, doesn't matter what you have. All these cards we've talked about before, they're free. And another card, one of my favorites, is free. Atraxa, the Grand Unifier. Reveal top 10 cards on the top of your deck, pick one of each card type, add it to your hand. Play all those cards. Do it again. Play all those cards. Do it again. Play. Omniscience is amazing. Doesn't matter what's in your hand, it's free to play. And there are a lot of ways to cheat it out. Number 1! Coming in at number 1, it is Progentius. Just for the fact that this card is absolutely a Magic the Gathering card if there has ever been one. Protection from everything. If this card we put in the graveyard from anywhere, reveal Progentius, shovel it back into its owner's library instead. It is a 10/10, it costs 2 of every color, and just look at that alternate card art that you can get. Just going for a ridiculous amount, and I would love to have one. But yes, that is Progentius. There are so many ways to cheat this guy out, it is insane. And when it says protection from everything, it means it. He attacks, he's hitting for 10. Guaranteed. Nothing can block it. The only things that really interact with this is like board wipe, sacrifices, stuff like that. But like I said, we try and cheat it out. And speaking of a few of these cards that we talked about before, I actually run this in my current deck right now, alongside Kona and Atraxa and Omniscience and all that, just to show you guys that this is no joke. I absolutely love these cards, and I'm currently running them in one of my decks. My standard deck, to be honest. So, but Progentius, definitely number 1. This has been Zero, you guys, and thank you for joining me today. I actually went and I have a Patreon, so if you guys feel like you want to support the channel and help out, go check that out. I'm still new figuring it all out, but make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It might be a little click for you, but it is monstrously huge for this Omega level nerd and Omega level dad. Make sure to check back for more content for Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that. We'll catch you later.